Hey, my name is Will Coleman and welcome to my new series with the feed called Seconds Please. I want to show you how to make the most ultimate omelet smash burger because who doesn't love burgers, who doesn't love breakfast sandwiches? We're making it right here. So just like a burger has ketchup on it, I wanted to get those same components into my breakfast omelet burger by using a tomato jam. I like my tomato jam to be a bit chunky. Don't stress yourself out. We don't need no stress in our kitchen. So my oil is beginning to shimmer, so let's add everything into the pot. I got my tomatoes, brown sugar, red wine vinegar. I have paprika, turmeric, coriander, and cinnamon going all in here to create a warm feeling when you dive into the sandwich. So all of my ingredients are in my pot and it smells so good and it's not even done cooking yet. So while that's cooking, I wanna make my omelet portion of my burger. So I can honestly say that breakfast sandwiches are the top sandwich of choice for me. Do we agree? Yeah. I mean, let's think about it. What are some good sandwiches? I like a Reuben, but like a breakfast sandwich is always top tier for me.
I feel like that's the only sandwich I order in.
And it's great for hangovers. Okay, and I'm gonna add some fresh chopped chives in here. If you don't have chives, use scallions, add some parsley, do your thing. I just love the flavor of fresh herbs with eggs. And honestly, I'm not even measuring the chives. Measure with your heart. Let the ancestors guide you. All right, it's that simple. Let's whisk it all together until you don't see any streaks of eggs and everything is combined well. One of my favorite things about this recipe is that the omelets are made in a sheet tray, which is perfect for entertaining. You have a large crowd coming over and you wanted to serve eggs, but also perfect for this burger because the omelet's gonna cook up in the sheet pan, get nice and thin. We're gonna fold it once it's cooked, and it's so simple. Let's make it at 350. Okay, let's make our smash burgers. I have some 2-ounce patties right here of breakfast sausage going on a smoky pan. I want the pan to be smoking piping hot because I want the meat to develop a nice crispy crust. And when I put it on here, you're gonna hear that sizzle. You ready? I'm ready. Booyah. So I'm gonna do 4 patties and I wanna spread them apart because we're gonna smash these babies down. I like to put a piece of parchment paper on top. You ready? All right, so I'm gonna cook these patties until they're golden brown on both sides. They cook really fast because they're nice and thin. I'm going to put some American cheese on top of each one. I love American cheese. When I was younger, I used to literally eat the slices as is. Gorgeous, gorgeous girls like American cheese. I'm the gorgeous girl. All right, these patties are all done. That cheese is gonna keep melting from the residual heat. I'm gonna put them on a separate plate. Look at those. Honestly, I can eat this as is. We have a sandwich to build, baby. We have a sandwich to build. So my stomach is growling, so let's get going. I have my toasted bun, and I'm going to add a little bit of my tomato jam. We're gonna add the tomato jam to the bottom bun. Add as much as you like, but it's so delicious, so don't be skippy. And then I'm going to add my omelet. 2 patties because that's how we do things around here. And it's a smash burger. They're pretty thin patties, so a little bit of arugula, and then a slice of red onion that I put in some ice water to get rid of that sharp flavor, and then that top bun. And look at that. Look at this, so good, I need a bite. So good. So let's get this biscuit bar going, but dang, this was good. So I love this biscuit bar situation so much because candy bacon is involved, and I love candy bacon. It's so easy to make. I have some thick cut bacon on a wired rack, and I have foil underneath as well for easy cleanup because candy bacon can get a little bit sticky. So to give this candy bacon some amazing flavor, I have spices all in my bowl right now. I got some ground ginger, I got some turmeric, paprika, salt, even some grainy Dijon mustard because it pairs really well with that sweet maple flavor. I'm gonna mix it all up and then brush it evenly on my bacon. So I think it's a good idea to taste your sauce before you put it on your bacon to see if you can adjust any flavors. So let's see what's going on here. It's tangy, it's sweet, it's smoky. It's perfect for this candy bacon. Okay, so my bacon looks fabulous. I'm gonna put it in the oven at 400 degrees for about 15 minutes or until it's golden brown, crispy, and doing things that bacon does when it's beautifully cooked. Okay, so I have all of my dry ingredients in a large mixing bowl, and that includes flour. And I like to use a softer flour like white lily flour because it creates a softer biscuit that I just enjoy more. And I'm also adding some cornmeal, baking soda, baking powder to get some rising action in, and of course some salt for some flavor. So I'm gonna mix that all up together. Okay, so now all my dry ingredients are mixed together. I'm going to add in my cold butter, and I love to use a dough cutter when getting my butter cut into my flour mixture, but you can do it too nice, you can do it with a food processor, whatever is most convenient for you. So now I'm gonna fold in some extra cold buttermilk as well. And I can do a little bit at a time, just in case you have too much. You can always add more, but you can't take it away. Okay, I'm gonna knead my dough just until it comes together. Be careful not to overwork your dough because it can get a little bit tough, and that's what we don't want. We want nice, fluffy, flaky, soft biscuits. So the dough is all together, and one thing I like to do is flatten it out. You can use a rolling pin or your hands. And I like to make folds, and I'm going to sprinkle some jalapenos on the biscuit dough. These are just chopped, jarred jalapenos that have been drained out of the juice and patted dry. And I'm gonna fold those right into the biscuit because that's how we do things over here, and that's why your guests will want seconds. So I like to cut a few slices of cold butter to lay right on my biscuit dough. And it's going to give it extra layers because that is what the girls came for. And I'm going to fold the biscuit dough right into that butter, creating a nice separation in between the layers, making it perfect for a sandwich to break right open in half. So the last step before we bake these biscuits, I'm going to cut the edges off because I learned that if you do this, it allows the room for biscuits to get maximum layers. And you can already see those layers that are going to happen if you look on the sides of them. All that folding and the butter we added in, they're going to be quite perfect. Look at these layers. You can see that thin slice of butter right in between those biscuits. Okay, I'm gonna put these biscuits right onto a buttered baking tray. And right before I bake them, I'm gonna put them in the freezer for about 10 minutes so they can get very cold before going into the oven. Because again, we need maximum layers happening. Wait. Y'all done? They're not done yet. They look good though. Extra buttery. Oh my goodness. Look at these biscuits. Flaky, soft, golden brown. I'm in a frenzy. Wow, delicious. I cannot wait to build these sandwiches. They're going to be fabulous. Making biscuits has always been super therapeutic for me. Growing up, biscuits came out the can most of the time in my household, but around my teen years, my mother would start making homemade biscuits inspired by my grandmother's recipe. And it really changed the way I saw biscuits because I saw them as something that you can use as a vessel for so many things. Sandwiches, a side dish for your dinners, so many things biscuits can take on, and so many flavors as well. Add jalapenos like I'm doing today. You can add bacon to your biscuits. You can add cheese to your biscuits, scallions to your biscuits, garlic to your biscuits. Okay, this Biscuit Bar looks phenomenal. I'm so hungry. Let's get it going. I have some candy bacon on my biscuits. And I must say, these biscuits are some of the flakiest biscuits I've ever made. So I'm gonna add some avocado to my candy bacon. And I want some red onion as well. Feel free to use whatever toppings that are your favorite and your friend's favorites for your Biscuit Bar. Let's see how things are tasting. How does it feel about this? It's soft, it's flaky, it's flavorful. The flavors are there. Yum. One of my favorite things that I love about doing bars at dinner parties or brunch parties is that it allows room for flexibility, creativity, picky eaters, and also it breaks up the awkwardness of dinner parties when your friends are meeting new friends. And it's just good food. We have options. So I hope you enjoyed this episode of Seconds Please Brunch at Home. If you've enjoyed these recipes, head to feedfeed.com and cook these at home ASAP.